Jimmy from Legacy Digital. So we're just going to cover today the trial experience. So from day one right up until the end of the trial, I want you to follow these tips to make sure that your trials turn into full paid members. So first of all, just a few key stats and points. So you should sign up more than 50% of your trials at your location. So say every week, if you get 10 trials, you should finish with 5 full paid members. Now, to get these members to sign up, the clients must be training 3 or more days per week. So the research is really strong on this, that if we're able to get our trial members to train 3 or more times per week, the chances of them joining up pretty much triple. So just make sure that they're coming and enjoying the facility and the sessions. Now, during the trial, we want to clearly demonstrate their progress in their body, their fitness, their strength, their mindset, their nutrition, and also their education. So we want to be doing this every single week, pretty much every time you see them as well, to be able to really reiterate to them that they're getting better and that they're improving towards their goals. Now, as we talk about goals at the start of the consultation, we want to set their goals for every month, every 6 months, so to cover what they want to achieve over the next 24 weeks. So this is so during their trial is because no one's going to get a phenomenal result that they're able to keep up forever during their 2 or 3 or 4 week trial. So we want to make sure that we're setting those goals for 24 weeks so we can come back to them when it's the time to sign them up for their full price package. Now, you want to introduce the new trial member to 5 people in each class. So we want to really build that friendship and that community with them. So again, it's going to make them feel like they have a nice, safe gym with lots of people that have the similar goals to them, which will increase their attendance, but also make it easier for them to come on as a member full time. And now, if you have any MyZones or tracking devices like that, make sure you get them locked into that so they're using it. MyZone's a fantastic tool that a lot of our clients use to help with engagement and also tracking their exercise. But if you don't have a MyZone, is get them signed up to an event or maybe like something that you have coming up, whether it be like Tough Mudder or a special workout that your gym's running. We do recommend running a special event every month. So look, first of all, they're coming into week 1, so they've done their consultation. So we just want to, understand that gyms are a very scary place for our new clients. Often people are coming in, they're, not very fit, they haven't been training for a while, they might have had an injury. So we just want to make them feel safe and welcome in their first week. Okay, so making sure that we don't absolutely annihilate them so they can't walk for 3 days, but we want them to feel like they get really great sessions, but that they're feeling okay and they're not feeling really beaten and run down. So we want to give them a meal plan and a training program. So we want to give them some guide of what to do on nutrition. It might be a meal plan, it might be macros, it might be just an article to read. That's really up to you, but with everyone generally coming in, they want to get leaner and lose weight. We have to give them some basic nutrition guidance. And then of course, mapping out their training program, whether that's a specific program or whether you're just recommending that they train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a Saturday morning to get started. But just so they're really clear on what the next steps are going to look like for them. People really love plans and they love to see into the future, so they understand what's coming up. And we don't want to overload them with information. So, they're going to be taking enough on as it is. They're going to be starting a fitness program. We've given them a meal plan. So be careful not to overload them with like sleeping information, stress information, where it just becomes too much that they can't take it in. And they sometimes just get overawed with the information. And during their first week is we want to contact them once outside of session. So we'll talk about a little bit about the ongoing retention, but we want to make sure that we get those touch points outside of the session. So we can call, we can text them, that's where your emails are great, but just making sure that we're building those relationships outside of the session and helping them reach their 24-week goal. And also in the week 1 is just ensuring they've been scanned or weighed in or measured or however you track progress in your gym, and they have their 24-week goal set. It's reiterated to them, and they're also introduced to their coach ongoing or who's going to be there for their support network. Now, a lot of gyms that we work for, we do recommend that you contact your members outside a session weekly or fortnightly, depending on the resources that you have available. But everyone should have a coach that's going to help guide them to their goals. Now we come on to week 2, and this will continue on for the trial depending what length of the trial. So some trials are 14 days, 21 or 28, but every week until the end of their trial, you want to check in on their progress, okay? So if they have a weight loss goal, making sure that we're weighing them and showing how close they're getting to their goal, and just demonstrating that they're getting better and improving. Ask what they liked about their first week. Ask them what sessions they enjoyed, so we're just getting positive reinforcement with them, and then also commend them on the things that they're doing well. Then we get to start the coaching habits for their 24-week goal. So, whether that you want them to focus on nutrition or training, but you can start to give them those little extras to focus on, which are just going to help them stay engaged in your community. We always want to ask them every week, do you have any questions, or if there's anything you're unsure about? Once we're closing a member after the end of the trial, we don't want them to have any questions that we haven't covered. So if we're able to really preempt the questions and ask them if there's anything they're unsure about the gym, about the training program, about the classes, if we're able to cover them for them earlier, the chances of us keeping them for their 24-week goal are obviously going to increase, because the client feels engaged in the process. And as I said, making sure we're contacting them outside of the session once per week. It's also a good time, if they've had a fantastic week, if they've trained there 3 and 4 times, is if you have your referral systems in place, is you can ask them for a referral if they would have a friend that would like to pop down and do the challenge with them. Now your ongoing system. So, we've run the really strong trial system for them. We've got the members signed up. Is now we want to introduce some ongoing systems to your gym, because it's not about just getting the trial sale. It's about keeping our members long-term and helping them achieve their goals. So you want to track their progress weekly or fortnightly. So however you choose to do that, once at the end of the trial, generally the clients are able to weigh or scan themselves, but just making sure that you're tracking their progress in some capacity, so they're always improving. Now you also want to make sure that we're contacting any late cancels or no-shows. So in a lot of the CRM systems, we'll be able to find out whether people are late canceling to their classes or sessions or no-showing. Just another chance for us to get a touch point to increase their attendance, which will increase their longevity in your business. Every week, we recommend contacting your members under 3 sessions per week. So that means they haven't attended a session for 3 times in the previous week. As I said, and I shared previously, the chances of a member signing up but then also staying long term are dramatically affected by how many sessions they actually do in your gym and how many times they come to the gym. So you just want to make sure that you're tracking that as well. Going into resetting their goals every 12 weeks. So the client would have set a 24-week goal, but we want to break that down into fortnightly checkpoints and then recheck in with them every 12 weeks, because a lot changes in 3 months in our lives. So we want to make sure if the client's goals have changed, or they've booked a holiday, or they want to do a running event, that we're really on top of that and we're able to continue to guide them to reach their goals, and they're not just kind of like falling by the wayside and we're not checking back in. We always want to contact them once per week outside of session. So there's lots of means we can do this. As I mentioned, via text message, via call, by email. You might decide to send them a card, but you want to try different ways of contacting them and just increasing those touch points, which is just going to help build relationships and rapport, but also keep the member engaged in your community. And then, as I said previously as well, making sure we're running our monthly events, boot camps, and parties. So the way that we've seen it done, that we do at our gyms, is we'll do a charity boot camp 1 month, then a referral draw, then a party, and then a special workout. So then we're on a 4-month cycle, but we also will add in special events like Spartan Race and Tough Mudder, and we just want to get that 5 to 30 members coming to those events, because it just keeps them engaged and keeps them gives them something to look forward to over the next month and 2 months as well. So guys, that's your trial system and your ongoing system. I want you to write down some notes now, some things that you can implement, or some things that you're currently not doing during your trial or your ongoing systems, because we just want to make sure that once you sign these trial members up, that you're converting at a high rate, and then you're also keeping your members long term.